What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show. We give you the best advice in business and life. Cash heavy method. Man, to my haters, but all right, man, let's run through it real fast. I want you guys to get rich. I want you guys to get wealthy. For all of you that are ate up with debt, that have credit card debt, for all of you that have freaking a car loan that you no longer even drive and you're still trying to pay on that or figure it out, to all of you that's credit is shit. This is for you. This is 100% for you. You're in debt. You have a major debt cycle happening right now. I need you to understand right now, everything in your life is cyclical. Everything is. Your relationships, your friendships, your jobs. Until you break those cycles, you're going to keep dating the same kind of people, attracting the same kind of people, working the same shitty places until you break those cycles. Once you have a conscience, or once you're very aware, once you have a conscience, yeah, probably that too. But once you're very aware that, hey, man, you know what? I keep making the same decisions over and over and over again. I have to stop, cut it in half, stop it. Stop the cycle right there in its tracks. We need to make the decision to break this cycle of debt and no money, debt and no money, because that's what it is, debt and no money. So if you're so worried about your credit and all these things, first off, let me be very clear. This message is for the people that are couch hopping, living in a car, that are ate up with debt, that don't know how to get out of it. These are people that can't even use their credit, ate up with student loans, can't even do anything, that have just run you're $40,000 in debt. There's nothing you can do. You haven't paid on it in 8 months. Some of you guys are so oblivious to the way the world works. I see the comments. I see the things people say. Some of you are like, you're going to go to court. You're going to this, that. Guys, there are people right now watching this video that are $40,000 in debt and haven't even paid a penny on it in 2, 3, 5, 10 years. But they can't use their credit anymore. They're already in the cash heavy system. They just don't know what to do to move forward in life. This is for you. Make a decision right now to break this cycle and to get rich. We're going to build a foundation right here on this video. You need to make sure that your living situation is standard. It is just, hopefully you're not trying to move around, but if you're already bouncing around, going place to place, I get it. I get it. Let me slow down because I know some of you guys are from all over the world. Let me slow it down. Make a decision right now, a conscious decision to change your life, to get rich and to get wealthy. We're already 1 week into 2025. Let's make a proper decision. You're going to have to say goodbye to friends and family. Your loser little drunk buddies, your little pothead friends, they can't come with you. You're going to step into no man's land. You're going to tackle this alone. Nobody's going to believe in you. When you tell people you're going to get debt free, some of you, leave it in the comments below. When you told people you were going to pay off your debt, they didn't believe you. Nobody believes in you until you do it. No, well, I remember but nobody's going to believe in you, man. You're going to have to do this alone. So when you tell people I'm going to get rich, they're not going to believe in you. And then you start to doubt yourself. Don't tell people. Your hopes and dreams are like a big ball of fire inside your chest. Every time you tell somebody what your hopes and your dreams are, that flame gets a little bit smaller. That light gets a little bit dimmer. Learn to shut up. Learn to shut up. And do not tell people what your hopes, goals, and dreams are for your life, because they will shit all over it. Just what they are, who they are, because they've given up on themselves. They've given up on theirs. They failed and they stayed there. When I fail, I look for another approach. They failed and they stay. That ain't me. Make a decision. We've just covered that. Make a decision to change your life. You're going to do this alone. You're going to have to walk into no man's land alone. Quickly. No man's land is that period of the old you to the new man or woman that you want to become, the new person that you want to become. That is what no man's land is. You are here and you've chosen to move forward into a new life, but you have all this space in between. You can't go back to the old you, because you're just going to step back into the same cycle and keep getting what you've been getting. But the new you, the new people, the new home, the new car, the new life, the new job, the new money has not accepted you yet. You're stuck right here in the middle. That's no man's land. It is a cold, wet, hungry place. That's what it is. And you're going to be alone. Most people do not have the courage to walk in there alone. You're going to be talked about, made fun of. Oh, he thinks he's better than us. She thinks she's better than us. Look at her trying to go to school. I know exactly what people say. I'm from the projects. I know what they say. Oh, he thinks he's better. Man, look at Rob trying to go to school. Little schoolboy. All those little slick ass remarks. Look at her, thinks she better than us. Got her little funky ass job going to school and she thinks she better than us. I know what they say. I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. I know. Keep moving forward. Fuck them. Keep moving forward. You're going to have to say goodbye to those people. You're going to have to hold your head high and walk. Carry the mindset of a king or queen during this process. And a king or queen has no friends, only followers and foes. You are going to have to hold your head high and keep up here mentally where you are going, the vision of the man or woman that you want to become during this process, because nobody's going to believe in you and you are going to have to walk it alone. Can't be any more clear than that. It is lonely. It is lonely. No. Stop that. It's lonely at the top. It is lonely in the middle. It is lonely. I've never been to the top. Most of you have never been to the top. It is lonely in the middle. My God, it's lonely. You got fake friends at the bottom. Nobody in the middle. I do not know what's at the top. I don't know what is at the top. I really don't, man. It's, I'd imagine you only have a handful of friends at the top, but they're real ones. I'd imagine they're real. And I'd imagine when you get there, they're going to move and operate just like you. I'm still trying to get there. When I get there, I'll let you guys know. But fake friends at the bottom, nobody in the middle. The top is unknown. I don't know yet. I'm trying to get there, guys. Once we've made this decision, we need to sit down and we need to figure out our BSR, our basic survival rate. How much does it cost for me to live on planet Earth? How much does it cost for my body, my physical body, my meat suit, to reside on planet Earth? If you have a family, you need to figure it out for them as well. If you have a wife, kids, things of that nature, each individual person, figure it out, add them all together. But how much? Bare bones minimum, guys. Basic survival rate, figuring that out is not for you to keep your $1,500 a month townhouse and still drive your $700 a month car. That is not basic survival rate. I will only allow one. You either live in that car or you live in that townhouse, but only one can be in your basic survival rate. My basic survival rate looked like a tent. That I was serious about that. I have a cash paid for vehicle. I buy my vehicles cash money, and I was willing to live in a tent. That is my basic survival rate. I'm willing to go that low. Do you understand the process? You are freaking caveman. What does it take for me to survive? This is not, what does it take for me to pay my bills? No, survive. Think survival. What does it take? Bare minimum. For me, it takes $24,000 a year. You add in the child support and it's a little over 40. It's a little over $40,000 a year when I add in child support. Without child support, I'm at about $24,000 a year for me to survive on planet Earth. That's because my son lives with me. That's $500 a month for food, so on, so on, and so on. $24,000 a year is my bare minimum basic survival rate. With child support, I have to make over 40. So that means I can no longer accept jobs paying less than my basic survival rate. If I do have to accept because of circumstances, maybe the area I live in, maybe the distance to travel to these jobs, if I do have to accept jobs lower or lesser than my basic survival rate, then I have to take 2 jobs. I have to get my income above my basic survival rate. I have to be above that. If my basic survival rate is $40,000 a year because of child support, then I need to be looking at jobs that are paying me 50 or more because of taxes. A $50,000 a year job, I'm only going to walk away with, I don't know, leave it in the comments below, mathematicians, what, 42, 43,000 after taxes? So that means I have to take a job at $50,000 a year just to survive on planet Earth. And anything I can create after that is going to get me to the next level. It's going to speed this process up. So I need to take all the overtime that I can possibly get in this, all of it. $50,000 a year job with all the overtime is probably going to put you at around 65 or 70. I need to take that. That's what I need. I need to work. That's what you got to do, guys. During this cash heavy process, there's no friends, there's no family, there's no drinking, there's no weed. There's none of that shit. It's stupid. It's work. It is grinding. It is work. Some of you guys, want this some little whimsical fairy tale prancing around in the woods and life is grand. No, it is work, man. 12, 15-hour days. It is freaking work. That's what it is. So I figured out my BSR, my basic survival rate. I found a job that's paying me, say, $50,000 a year. I need to get cash heavy. What do I need to do? My living situation is okay. I'm good with the living situation. If it's not, navigate around it. Reach out to me for a one-on-one. I can tailor this to you, but right now I'm talking to the masses. My living situation is okay. My BSR is whatever, $40,000 a year. I'm making $50,000 a year. Okay. I need to start taking all the overtime I possibly can at work. I need to get the overtime. If I can't get the overtime, I need to find another job. I got to find job two. Job two. You guys know I hate side hustles. I'm not talking about a side hustle right now. I need to find job two. I need to start stacking cash. I'm not worried about my debt. You haven't been worried about your debt in years. You haven't made a payment in 6 months. You haven't made a payment in 12 or 15 months. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. And a lot of you out there know exactly what I'm talking about. You got 3 different credit cards, $3,000 a piece on them, maxed out. You haven't paid on your student loans in 2 years. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The car's already been repoed. You know what I'm saying? They've already auctioned it off for $1,800, but you still owe 10 grand. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to you. You have not paid on this debt in the past 15 months, whatever it is. So let's not start now. Let's not open that cycle back up. The reason some of you stay in trouble with the credit system is because you keep talking to them. Change your number, change your email, go ahead and disappear and forget about it. Let's not open that cycle back up. There's no litigation coming after you. People love to say that shit. Yeah, there will be litigation if you try to bounce on your mortgage. There will be litigation if you go out and it looks like you've committed fraud, like you went and took 10 credit cards out and then you ran off on all of them in the same month. Yeah, you're probably going to fall into some form of litigation if you're an idiot. But if you just went broke, if it looks like you just went broke, nobody's taking your ass to court. I hate when they put that stupid shit in the comment section. Nobody's taking you to court. If your ass just went broke, nobody's taking you to court. They're going to leave you alone. They're just going to hit your credit. They're going to send it to collections and it's going to move forward in that manner. And it's going to stay on your credit and run your credit score if you just went broke. But if it looks like you committed fraud, you think these people don't network together, you think that your 10 credit cards are not in a system and one person could see that, hey, man, he took 10 credit cards out in 1 week and then he maxed them out the next week and then he's never paid for them again. That's fraud. You understand? Yeah, your ass is going to court. But when you just went broke over a period of time, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're just broke. So you haven't touched these things in forever. Don't start now. If you start calling these creditors, if you start calling them now, it's going to open up that can of worms again. They're going to start harassing you again. If you need to, go ahead and change the number, change the email, stop talking to them. Stack your cash. Start stacking cash. Let the credit go. The whole point of Dave Ramsey's snowball effect and everything, financial peace, love Dave Ramsey, not knocking him. That's where I cut my teeth. That's where I got my start. But the whole point of that is for you to never borrow money again anyway, right? We're at zero. Think of it like integers. Negatives, positives. The whole point of freaking financial peace is to never borrow money. It's to go into the negative and pay off your debt just so you can start moving forward in the positive and never go back negative, right? The whole point of cash heavy is, hey, I know I got this debt. I'll get back to it at some point, but I'm moving forward into the cash because if I go back negative, bear with me, if I go back negative, then I'm spinning my wheels. I'm going into the negative. I'm spending all my money, taking it back. It's going backwards to the past. And then I get back to zero and I'm trying to move forward into the future from zero again. It just took me a year or 2 years to clean up the past. Now I got to go take a year or 2 years to move forward in the positive. No, not at all. No, I'm not going back to the past. The debt is the debt. My credit's already shot. It's been shot for 2 or 3 years already any damn way. I'm not going back that way. I'm right here at zero. I'm moving forward positive. I'm going to start stacking cash. Leave the debt alone. But this is discipline, ladies and gentlemen. Pure effing discipline. Pure discipline. I'm moving forward positive. Once I get enough money positive, might take you 2 years. Let's say you were in $40,000 worth of debt and it was going to take you 2 years to pay off. How about we take 2 years to save $40,000 cash? You understand? Once I get to that $40,000 or $50,000 cash that could have paid off the debt, now I can circle back around if I want to with $50,000 cash. Leave that alone. Don't touch it. And then I can take my income, my monthly, my paychecks, my bi-weekly, my monthly income, and I can start snowballing affecting this debt. But the whole time mentally, I know that I got 50 grand sitting over here saved. Took me 2 years to save 50 grand. Now I'm going to circle back around and start trickling away at this debt. I'm going to call the collection agencies. I'm going to start settling these debts. Guys, I remember one credit card I had was like $6,800. I settled that thing for like 38, like half. I don't remember. It's been years ago, but I'm serious as shit. The damn credit card was $6,800. When I called the credit company, they were like, well, we'll take $6,000. I was like, man, I got $3,800. They were like, well, we'll take $5,000. I'm like, I got $3,800. You want it or not? They took it, settled, done. I did another one the same way. Credit collections, not credit collections, but credit repair services. Bullshit. Listen, RCE. All right, you need help with your credit. You want stuff like that figured out, schedule a one-on-one. I got you, man. $75, I'll get you in the game. You just got to put the work in. But you could circle back around at this point and start cleaning up the debt once you've stacked this $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. How about we just put it like this? Whatever your debt is, save that in cash first. And then circle back around and start making payments on your debt to get your credit right. Because you want income, cash, credit. But if I got 50 grand saved up, if I took 2 years of my life, worked my ass off and stacked with discipline, I stacked $50,000. Now I'm in the game. Now I'm in the game. Now, you guys know I hate side hustles. I hate side hustles. I want a business. We're business owners. I do not like side hustles. We're starting a business. We're creating a real company. But I got $50,000 sitting there. Yeah, my credit ain't shit. I know it. But that $50,000, I can go find me a $20,000 crack house and dump $30,000 into it, turn around and I'm 50 all in, right? I turn around and I sell said crack house for $75,000, $85,000. I don't want to try and make the max. I want the thing gone. I want it gone. I want to make my money and I want to move forward. So now I pay my taxes. I pay everything off right there, man. I probably walk away with, I don't know, $85,000 crack house sold, man. I'll walk away with, I don't know, let's just say $65,000. Realtor fees, taxes, everything I had to pay out. We're just going to say we walked away with $65,000. So I grew my 50 to 65 within a roughly 90-day time frame because that's what I'm looking at. I always like to flip things that I could do within roughly 90 days. How fast can I double my money? How fast can I get my money back? It's a doubles game. How fast can I get this back? 65 grand. I made 15 grand, 20 grand in 90 days. I'm going to circle back around. I'm going to do it again. You can dump that 20 grand on your debt if you want to. 15, 20 grand on your debt. Guys, this is all fast math off the top of my head. But you can dump that money on your debt if you want to. Or you can hold on to that money and keep trickling away at your debt with your income. You can hold on to that money. And you can go do it again. And you can buy a better crack house. And you can flip that. Put more money into it. Do it that way. And you can keep doing this. You can keep flipping these houses, 2, 3, 4 houses a year if that's what you want to do. However you want to do it. You can open up your own LLC, such and such realty, whatever you want to do. You can open up your own LLC and you can start doing this right there. Property management, whatever, however you want to get involved in. You can go ahead and open this up and you can run that LLC and start doing it this way. That takes 2 years. That's 2 years of discipline to stack this cash, to stack a decent amount of cash. But that's 2 years of solid work. That's 2 years of guaranteed no man's land of doing nothing, no drinking, no smoking, no bullshitting. Self-education, personal development. It takes 2 years, minimum 2 years to stack up a hefty amount of cash, working 12 to 15 hour days, 5-6 days a week. And you're thinking, who wants to work like that? You ain't gonna make it. You're not going to make it. I work like that right now. I work 12, 15 hour days every day, 7 days a week. You ain't going to make it, man. And I'm not exaggerating. I filmed it. You want to change your life. You want to get wealthy, but you want to sleep all day. You want to drink all night. You want to be at the club chasing ass and all this stuff on the weekend. You're not going to make it, man. Ladies, gentlemen, you're not going to make it. You're going to stay broke. You're going to stay poor. You're going to stay in the same situation that you're in. Your life will not change. It just won't. So 2 years for me to build up a substantial amount of money. Then I can circle back around and pay on this debt, trickle off the debt, however you want to look at it. I can circle back around and pay that. But ideally, you want to be at a job 3 to 5 years. You want income, cash, credit. I want verifiable income history, 36 months to 5 years of verifiable income history, taxes, tax forms. I want that stuff for 3 to 5 years. I want cash, savings account. And then I've circled back around. I've worked on my credit. I got my credit from a freaking 525 to a 650. I'm in the game. It only takes 6 months to really start to rebuild your credit if you work hard at it. A year to 2 years is working slow, but it can be done. It can be done. Guys, again, I'm talking to the masses. I'm 1000%. I've went global. I'm talking to people from all over the world. But it can be done. If you need a one-on-one with me, reach out to me. I will tailor this to you. I've already coached over 100 people. Nobody is in the comment section mad at me or hating me. They would have already said something. Okay? They would have already said something. Income, cash, credit. Thing is, though, this isn't going to happen overnight. All right? You're not going to wake up in 3 months, 6 months. You're not going to wake up in 2 weeks. Guys, we're 1 week into January 2025. We're 1 week into January 2025. Come on. Look how long this week has been. Look how hard it's been to quit the alcohol, quit the cigarettes, this and that. But it's rewarding, right? Let's stack cash. Let's get cash heavy. 2025, January, let's get cash heavy. It's rewarding. It's hard. But you have my I promise you, if you start now, you will wake up March, April, May, living an entirely different life. You will see what I'm saying. This is the foundation. You have to break the cycle. This is the foundation of building wealth. The cycle has to be broken. There's going to be a period of sacrifice. It's going to happen. It has to happen. If you're not chasing cash, then the same cash heavy concept, it still works. Listen, if you're not chasing money, but you're like, I want to start a business, then you're going to lose a lot of time. That cycle has to be broken. You're going to lose friends, family, and time to start a successful business. Trust me, there is going to be a period of sacrifice. It has to happen no matter what you're trying to do. If you're trying to be one of the greats, this is not for the weak. This is for the freaking Joan of Arcs out there. It's for the Martin Luther Kings. This is for the greats. This is the sacrificial period. So financially, cash heavy is a sacrificial period. If you want to be one of the greats, you're going to have to step into no man's land and walk this road alone. And you're going to have to lose money, energy, attention, and time. Coach Greg Adams, your meat. You're going to lose a lot of it in the beginning just to get it back later. There has to be a sacrificial period. A lot of you do not want to make the sacrifice. You do not want to do it. You're not willing to, and that's why you won't make it. You want your life to be smooth and change at the same time, and it will not happen. It's not going to happen. I promise you. You can look, guys, you don't have to believe me. Go try it for yourself. Try to maintain what you're doing and try to change your life all at the same freaking time. It is not going to happen. It will not happen. It just won't. You got to keep moving forward. I hope this gives a little breakdown of Cash Heavy. Again, it is difficult for me because I'm talking to the masses. I'm also mentally trying to navigate the haters online. When my book is finished, when you guys act, Cash Heavy is a chapter in my book. Cash Heavy is a chapter in my book. It is not my book, but you guys seem to like be honest with you. No Man's Land, Cash Heavy, things like that are chapters in my book. You guys seem to really like those. Maybe I need to turn them into their own books. But again, guys, if you need me to one-on-one tailor this to you, reach out. I have no problem tailoring this to you guys one-on-one. Does not bother me one bit to do that. I love doing that. It works better that way because then we can sit down together and cater to your individual needs. We go over credit. We go over your income, your credit score. When's the last time you made a payment? You know, we're cleaning up the debt. I'll walk you through the process of how to clean this up yourself, how to do it yourself, guys. You don't need a credit repair service. I'm not knocking them. I kind of am. You don't need them. All right. I've never seen one work for people. I know I do have friends, or I know people. I don't want to say friends. I hate using that word. I know people in that field. They're not friends. I can't call them, rely on them for shit. They're not friends. They're just people I know. They're in the credit repair service. I've never seen the shit work for anybody. I've only heard bad stories about stuff like that. I can teach you, though, how to repair your own credit yourself. I can show you how to do that yourself. You don't need to go hire anybody. Guys, I'll leave the link for my one-on-one coaching. If I hope I broke this down good enough this morning. It's a little difficult in a short video on YouTube with no feedback, not talking to anybody and talking to the masses, navigating the haters. It's a little difficult. But anyways, man, other than that, though, you guys have a great freaking day. If there's anything you want to talk about, leave it in the freaking comments below. If you really want me to answer your question, you probably have to super chat it. I don't care if it's $1, guys. I don't care if it's $2. If you really want a question answered, you're probably going to have to do some form of whatever it is, the tip, the super chat or something, so I see it, so I know it. That's really the best way to get your question answered, or to reach out to me on Instagram. You can reach out to me on my Instagram account, same name, R.C. Edson, Robert C. Edson, same stuff. That's probably the best way. Other than that, you guys know I'll beat the shit out of a dead horse till it walks again. I'm going to be quiet right now. You guys have a great freaking day. Work hard. Be safe. Be careful. I'll see you in the morning. Take care.